Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich and former Democratic Ohio State Senator, who also studies a lot of these on a highly academic and political level, Nina Turner. It's good to have you both. First of all, do either of you absolutely hate anything I said up till this point?
Your opening monologue was beautiful. Yeah, I love your opening monologue.
Was it terrible, or was it? I'm just looking to pass, Professor. I'm just looking to pass.
No, you hit the nail on the head. Everything you said, I was just cheering you on. Yeah, absolutely.
So Governor, I went back and looked. You used to talk this talk when you were in office about how you're not going to arrest your way out of crime. You're not going to punish your way out of crime. You got to punish crimes, but you got to give people opportunities. Doesn't that have to be part of this conversation? And again, I'm not faulting the president for wanting to take on crime. I think it's a no-lose political issue. But how you take it on matters. Governor.
No, I think what you said in your opening monologue is very profound and correct. It's a comprehensive problem. It requires comprehensive answers to complicated issues. And things like community programs and constructing places where kids can go and stay off the streets, all of that's valid and necessary. But in the short term, in the immediate term, notwithstanding the fact that some of the statistics are saying that homicides may be down in Chicago, we've had 254 murders in Chicago in 233 days. And the fact of the matter is you can get up every morning in this city and you can say somebody's going to get murdered. And the reality is 80% of the people that are going to be murdered are black people, because that's where most of the violent crime is happening. And in neighborhoods where I live or where Governor Pritzker lives, most of it doesn't happen there. But I would tell you this, if Governor Pritzker had the problem in his neighborhood that's facing the black community in Chicago, he'd be the first one asking Trump not only for the National Guard, he'd ask for the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force. Because it is unconscionable that you can look the other way and allow this to happen every single day. And it's not something that's new. When I was governor back in 2008, this was happening in Chicago as well. I was a Democratic governor. I felt a moral obligation to do something to help because this was a city problem and the mayor was responsible. I offered help. I even suggested more state police to help Mayor Daley. I even suggested, if you'd like, I'll send you the National Guard. And instead of them even welcoming any kind of help, they rebuffed me, and I was mocked and compared to John Wayne in the newspaper article that made me look stupid. No, I think this will stop murders that are happening now and make our neighborhoods safer, particularly the black neighborhoods and the brown neighborhoods. And in the long term, do the things you're talking about. Absolutely, that would be the way to go.
But we don't hear anything about the other piece, Nina. And yeah, sure, you roll some Humvees up on any neighborhood anywhere, it's going to be more quiet unless people are looking to go out and get killed, because you're messing with the wrong people there. But the reason that the places in Chicago, he called it the killing fields. There were killing fields in Cabrini Green. Not anymore, because they took down the buildings. I stood there with Brother Bill and talked about how the Gangster Disciples and the Keystone Cobras and everybody else had to get through with it. And it happened there because there were poor people there. And if you don't have poor people, then you don't have the same kind of criminal situations because you have opportunity and you have programs and you have infrastructure. So what's the Democrat play here? Because I think you lose if you say, no, Trump, don't do anything. Leave us alone.
That was what was so beautiful about your monologue, your opening monologue, Chris. You touched on all of the buttons. You cannot deny that even if crime is down, violent crime is down, if you are the victim of that or somebody in your family, then it's not down low enough. One of the things that the president could have done is to try to work with locally elected leaders. I served on the Cleveland City Council. I served for a mayor, Mayor Michael R. White, who did not play that in his city. And what the president has done is he's making local leaders the enemy of the state, whereas he could do this a different way. It doesn't have to be done this way. And Chris, your point about this is all temporary. Having those Humvees and the National Guard in there does not solve on the other side of the equation, which is to help provide long-standing opportunities for these communities. You are absolutely correct. Poverty is poverty over party. And when you have people who have more robustness in their lives, more opportunities in their lives, then you will see crime start to tick down. So it's not an either or, it is a both and.
Nina, I love you and thank you. Governor Blagojevich, always appreciate your perspective. And I love having you on, too. I'll give you a little love. I'm not going to say it. I've known Nina longer, Gov, but it's not a personal thing. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.